Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your host from the Most Known and Toast here, coming alive. This is episode 11 of my road to 2000, and I will be doing some games. However, I want to do something a little bit differently to go ahead and start out this video. I want to tell you guys about my plan on how I'm going to better improve in chess, because I see some people on YouTube where they will play game after game after game and after game, and for some people that works, and they can get to really high rankings, but I feel like the best and most efficient way to improve in chess is to analyze every single game you play, keep track of what your weaknesses are, and work on those weaknesses. So really quick with you guys, I just want to run through kind of what my plan is on making sure that I continue to improve and don't backslide too much in this journey. So first of all, I created a document for myself that I'm going to be using. Right now it's just pretty minimalistic, nothing too huge here, just a part for openings, some tips for end games, middle games, and then the different end games that you can enter into and tips on how to win those. And then also I've annotated games, so I'll be putting in some specific games that are important, takeaways that I can subtract from those, and then common mistakes that I make. So openings are really important because you have to know what your opponent's playing and how to counteract it, along with anything that you play, what the advantages are. Middle game is pretty self-explanatory. End games, a lot of the games that I play, we've seen this in our analyzing of games, it comes down to the end game. Maybe I'm winning for most of the game and I make a huge blunder towards the end, and that just kind of gives it away. Or a lot of the time I'm running low on time, and because of that my opponent's able to pressure me and I make a mistake, or I just don't understand what I need to do and I fail. So end games, annotated games, we can learn from ourselves, we can learn from grandmasters. So I'll be putting some games in here that I figure are pretty important. And then just common mistakes. The hope with the common mistakes is after every game I lose, or actually probably after just every game, I can go back and look at my blunders and mistakes, put them in here, and then after I get a pretty nice long list after a few weeks, I can begin to notice patterns and things that I can start focusing on in my puzzles, and things that I can better focus on improving, because whenever I finish a game, I do look over my mistakes and I talk about it, and I do study it or do puzzles or watch videos, but there should be some note-taking here, because anything that I'm falling into right now, I could fall into again in the future, or maybe I'm just not studying it well enough. So, for example, the game yesterday was a rook endgame. I had the opportunity to win several times and I missed them. So what I decided to do yesterday is I watched a video on how to better perform in rook endgames. Great video. I highly recommend it. It's called How to Win 90% of Rook and Pawn Endgames. Of course, it's not that simple, but I did find it fairly effective. The guy talking in it said there's what we call a check and run strategy. That's where if it comes down to nothing but pawns and rooks, material advantage isn't as important. The only thing that matters is pushing your pawn into becoming a queen, because maybe one of the opponent's rooks takes one of your pawns, and then you push a really good pawn, and then your opponent's rook takes another one of your pawns, but you're still pushing that one pawn, and eventually what's going to happen is it's going to promote into a queen, and then either you have a queen and a rook now, which is amazing, or your opponent is going to sacrifice their rook for your queen, and you're going to be able to take back with your rook. So then you're just going to have your rook versus your opponent's pawns and king, which is usually a pretty easy win. So that's why I studied for my game yesterday. But I'm going to go and put up my common mistakes. Maybe I'll just name this mistakes, actually, because who knows what's common and what's not. So let's just go ahead and say that during the end game from yesterday, looking back on it, And then we'll hop into a new game here. There are some AI systems out there that can tell you what your biggest mistakes are, but they're not super great, I've noticed. So I would say that there were 2 huge mistakes in this. Of course, there were 6 blunders, but the first one was right here, is I missed the opportunity to win a queen by attacking the king first. So I'm going to put that down. So I'm going to say missed taking a queen by attacking king first. And there's probably a better way to word that, but I'll do the organization later. Huge blunder right here. We could say that this was simply leaving a piece hanging. Nothing too complicated. And then as we go further into the end game, we could take a look at this move. And this one's, not quite as obvious, but I could say use rook to take a pawn instead of pushing pawns. And you guys get the point. So I won't be showing my notes a whole lot in my videos because it's more so on the studying side of things. But what I would like to do is after every single game, I'll make my video, put it out there for you guys, and then really quick, I'm just going to run through my games. I think I'll do win or lose or draw. Look through all the blunders, especially maybe some mistakes, and I'll just list them right here. And again, after a while, I'll be able to see some patterns, analyze what it is that I have the biggest weaknesses on, because these past few days I've been doing pretty well, but the fact is I've been playing since January and I'm not even a 1300 yet. It's just, like I said, we need to make the most with the time that we have. We need to analyze our games, recognize those mistakes, and work on those mistakes. Another thing that I just want to show you guys really quick besides this was this website called chessmonitor.com. It's, it's more neat than useful in my opinion, but it shows you all the data and all of your analytics of the games. You could plug in your chess.com profile or your lichess.com profile, and it's going to show you what it estimates your ELO is, your FIDE ELO. And it's going to tell you like all your different statistics. So obviously I play the most rapid games. I win 52% of the time. I draw 6%, which is a pretty good amount. It's going to tell me my most played openings. So, Queen's Pawn Game Accelerated London System. I play that almost every single time. Every once in a while, I'll play with the king first, or I'll play the Zuckertorque. And then it'll show me my most played black openings, all my latest games. So more wins than losses recently, which have been nice. I do need to update it because I don't have the last few days in here. There we go. And then you can go through your individual games. You can go to the Explorer, and it'll tell you like how many times you've played a specific position. So if I play this, and then actually I'll play a more common move. If I play this, my opponent plays this, then it'll show me how many times I react to that with a certain move. So that's pretty interesting. You can study your openings. You can study the opponents you've played the most. I've played this guy 15 times for some reason. I've lost him most of the time. Interesting. This is kind of fun. Shows you the world map of opponents. So it looks like I've had 11 games versus United States. That can't be right. So maybe this isn't completely accurate because I know I've had a lot more than 11 games with people from the US. But still just kind of interesting. Activity, your rating. So back in January when I first started, obviously not doing so great. Kind of got the hang of things in March, and I've been studying steadily, going up ever since. And actually, if you go back to activity, this will show, again, this is more neat than helpful, but it'll show how many times I've played each day and how well I've played each day. So hopefully we'll realize the trends that, the bigger the square, the more green it is, because I try not to keep playing a lot in a certain day if I'm doing poorly. So like here, on the 1st of this month, I lost 4 games, won a single game. Or I could go over here. This was a good day. I played 6 games in total. 4 of them were wins. This is a pretty solid green day. I played 15, 11 of which were wins. So I was on a good roll there. So this is the entire year. So this would be kind of cool to look over. But anyway, I just wanted to go and show you guys this website really quick. Again, chessmonitor.com. Go ahead and check it out. Kind of neat. Maybe I'll be able to use it for some useful things in the future. But thanks for sticking around so far in this video. And let's go ahead and hop right into a game. And I'll drink to that. Sponsor today's Skittles. Well, this is new. You can turn the chat room on or off. Haven't seen that before. Also, if you guys ever have recommendations for me or just questions, don't be afraid to comment. This is a fairly new channel. I'm willing to take recommendations, whatever helps my games be as entertaining and also educational as possible. So just let me know down in the comments. All right. See what he does here. Plays the queen's pawn. Starts to push the horsies. I think I'll do the same. Yeah, we got some horses going on here. And I think I'll go ahead and do the Indian defense. King's Indian. So fianchetto my bishop. Go ahead and castle. Okay, let's see what he's trying to do here. He's trying to double attack this pawn. So he takes, then I can't take with my queen. So in order to prevent that, let's see what would be the best move here. So I need to protect this pawn. I only have my queen at the moment. I would really not want to move my king there. But my knights are kind of useless at the moment. I could move here. I think I'll just have to block off one of them. So go here. He takes. What is that going to help with, though, is the question. Did I just get attacked by the fried liver attack? Maybe. There's got to be a good move here. How else could I block this guy? You just take. So you go here, he takes, I take, he takes. Do I just have to move my king? Like, that sounds like a horrible plan. There's no way that's the best option. There's no way that's the best option, ladies and gentlemen. I'm missing something here. Could go here. Put him in check. How is that going to help with anything, though? I go here, he takes. I mean, just in the interest of time, I kind of just want to move here, but I'm really confused if I blundered big time right off the bat or if I'm just missing something. He's going to push here, forking these two. I guess I should just let him have it. All right. I don't want to make this move because now I can't castle. But I'm very confused if I did something wrong or if I'm missing something really obvious. In fact, I think that was still a blunder because I just lost my queen. I am very, very confused right now. This is like possibly the worst opening I've ever had. Just kidding, I've had worse openings, but we're off to a very rough start, ladies and gentlemen. Very rough start. Take, he takes me. Then I move up, but then he can take. What is actually happening right now? Well, let's get this guy out of here. Me no likey. He's about to take my rook. I'm going to take their pawn. This is so weird. This is the strangest opening I've ever been involved in. And it's absolutely devastating my position, unfortunately. But let's just try to recover as best as we can. Not much we could do. I'm not gonna forfeit. Not gonna forfeit. I'm really curious about that opening. Did I just fall into an obvious trap? So this is called the fried liver attack, if I remember right. I think I just fell into the trap, yeah. Okay. See, he takes, I take, I'm then threatening this guy. What if he moves here, though? I guess I'll just move here and be fine. No, I couldn't. Yeah, I could. Not a great start to the day of chess, because now I'm trying to rack my brain to figure this out, and it's hurting my feelings. It's hurting my feelings, ladies and gentlemen. That's exactly what it's doing. But we haven't blundered the game yet. I mean, I think we have blundered, but we haven't thrown the game yet. We're fine. Let's just make the best out of the situation and try to save this. I could move my bishop here, cause him to move this guy, and then take this pawn, threatening this. You guys know how much I hate knights, right? So I have two options. I don't want him to fork my king and queen. So move back for now. We're threatening this guy. But he has nowhere to move back here, so I guess he's going to move here. Okay. He's able to take. He's threatening my queen at the moment. Ah, I can't go here. That would have been fantastical. Muy fantastico. What if we get this guy to move and then move here? Oh. I hate those knights. You gotta hate those knights. This game is over, unfortunately. This game is over. Unless he misses it, which I highly doubt he will. Okay, he missed it. That was extremely fortunate. I still lost a rook. Better than losing a queen. Ooh, he's able to block there. We are in a world of trouble, people. World of trouble. If I go here, he'll take this pawn. So he's pinned down here for now. I don't want him protecting this knight. How am I going to get this guy out of the way? I have to get this other rook into play now. He's up by 8. Maybe I can pull off something amazing. Just checkmate him when he least suspects it. I want to keep this knight pinned, so I don't really want to move. What if I go here, then take, he takes, then I fork these two? It's an idea. It's an idea, ladies and gentlemen. It's something. It's something. I can't really fork this rook, though, because he has his queen here. Take. I want to take this knight. How do I do that? What if I just go for... What if I just go for the checkmate when he least suspects it? Move this guy here. Eventually move my queen here. This knight is there, though. It's annoying. Do we go here? I feel like I should move this guy first. But then he's going to move his rook. When you're losing this bad, sometimes you just have to do a Hail Mary. And that's exactly what I'm about to do. Yikes, people. Yikes, yikes, yikes. And look at my king. He's in such a bad position because he could never castle. This is, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but this is the way chess goes. Sometimes you just lose a game in the first 4 turns. And I'll drink to that. Fried liver attack. That's how they get you. I haven't come across that in such a while that I kind of forgot it even existed, to be honest. Or at least in that variation. I think the main line is only one knight moves forward. Okay, so he kind of catches on to what I'm doing. So he wants to trade queens. I would much rather not do that. I mean, because this game is going so poorly, I'm not super concerned about how I play it. But the only thing that matters right now is getting a checkmate. And I think my best odds are this queen and this bishop. My position is horrible. But what can you do? What can you do but just go for it, you know? I'm just so confused about what I should do here. Not going to be much commentary on this game, ladies and gentlemen. This one's just like, what can you do? Okay, he is able to force a queen trade. Oh, and that's checkmate. Okay. Well, let's see. Let's see if that was as bad as I thought it was in the opening. What should I have done? Yeah, so that was it. I should have just seen the fried liver attack coming, but I did not. The best move would have been to go here, then move my bishop out. Okay, so I actually could have salvaged the situation, it looks like. So it would have been by sacrificing my pawn and then bringing in my bishop, bringing in my knight. Okay. So that would have stopped it. I just thought, like, if I go here, he takes, and we're in the exact same situation because he's staring at this pawn with these two pieces. But we could have gone here. Bishop would have been backed up by the queen. Terrible. Terrible. So let's go and I'll just put on my notes really quick. Got wrecked by the fried liver attack. So if you guys don't know what the fried liver attack is, it's basically where your opponent gets his bishop here and his knight here, double attacking this pawn. The reason this pawn is so weak is because there's only one defender, and it's a queen, right? So if you're able to attack this pawn with two pieces, then you're attacking a queen. And what makes it even worse is the fact that if this is the knight that attacks, which will most likely happen, he is forking both your king and your rook. So he basically just wins a rook by doing this. I could have done a little better here by going like this and this and this and this, because then he can't take because I have my queen. But still, he was in the lead by a pretty good amount. Let's let's forgive and forget on that. Feel bad that at this level I still fell for it. Still fell for the fried liver attack, but you know, at least it didn't fall for like the Queen Wayward attack or something. Okay, so he go ahead and pushes his king's pawn. Again, I really don't know my openings, not gonna lie. But he starts to attack my weakest pawn. If he goes here and then here, then we know exactly what he's up to. Okay, pushes that pawn instead. So we can't take... Let's just get my king to safety. Okay, so he does push this, which means he might be going for it. So all we have to do is cover this square. Unfortunately, if I move this pawn up, it's going to be weakening my position a little bit. So is there any way to cover this square other than that? I could go here. I'd be covering it with my queen. But then when he moves away, my knight would be attacked. Can't go here or here. So I guess I could go here. I mean, not a great place, but you know, I think it's my best option. Now I'm scared of the fried liver attack. I'm afraid. Oh, and I just gave up this pawn, by the way. Dang it. Whew. Hope it's not a rough day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm really hoping it's not a rough day, but if it is, like I said, if I ever lose 2 games in a row, then I just take a break from the games and focus on puzzles, give my brain a good reset. So if he takes here, I'll probably just move here and continue with my plan. I'll be down a pawn, but you know, what can you do? You live and you learn, ladies and gentlemen. Live and you learn. That's so good. Love Kirkland. Okay. Suppose he's preparing to move his bishop here. So, I don't like this because he's just weakening my king side already, and we just started the game. Me no likey. Me no likey at all. Maybe I should just push the pawn, you know? Maybe I should just push the pawn. So he's attacking this spot with 2 pieces. So he'll go here and then here. So let's just move this guy up. Double defend. Okay, he decides to take. We'll move and threaten. Okay. I feel like I'm playing at a 700 level right now. Like this is bad. This is really bad. Can't attack the king. He just took a different route. He did the exact same thing. Look, instead of going here and then here, he just went here and then here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is these are unprecedented times. Very unprecedented. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. But what can you do? Let's go to the most active square I can find. And unfortunately, I just lost a rook. I'm actually in shock right now. I'm actually in shock that I was just attacked by the fried liver 2 games in a row and I fell for both of them. We'll analyze after. Go here, he takes, I take. He has to move. I take his rook, but that wouldn't really be worth it. Because I'd be losing my queen. I don't want that to happen. Okay, takes another pawn. Is there a way for me to attack this? This pawn right here would be fantastic. I don't think so. Let's just get the rest of my pieces out. And then we'll start figuring out what the heck we're going to do with this abomination of a day. This is a painful day. Painful for all of us, I'm sure. Let's move here and just do an absolute attack on this man. Well, not right here, but let's prepare for an attack on this man. Okay, he offers to do a trade. I don't want to trade. Go here. Then I don't know. My brain is not working. I'm so flabbergasted by what has happened, what has occurred on this day, that I think that I'm just gonna like call it good after this. I'm just so flabbergasted right now. I'm scared. If I move away, you know what he's gonna do actually? He's gonna move right here and checkmate me. So I have to take it. Feels bad, man. There's still hope. Right? Maybe? He's up by 5. Holy camoli. Can't move there. I'd like to get this bishop out of the way. I really need a finished development. I just like, where do I go? I guess here. Move my knight up and castle. What else do I do here? Can't defend with this. I could go here. But if he were to take, I'd take, then he'd just take. Can I get him in check at all? Could go here. That's not going to do anything though. comes down here. Is he just gonna start chasing me around? I mean, he's basically just trading off pieces at the moment. No, I just took 2 of my guys. I'm weak. I'm weak and I'm in pain. Look, guys, there are people out there who will fall by hundreds of ELO in their course, and I might be one of them eventually. But, you know, one bad day isn't going to make or break my chess journey, you know? You just have a bad day, you learn from your mistakes, and you move on. What more is there to do? What more is there to do? If I liver attack twice, and it's just like such little details, minute details, can make a big difference. Let's go here, get my bishop out, hopefully move here and take this bishop. That's the only hope I have at this moment. Well, there goes that plan. What if I go here, let him take, and then I go here and take? Well, no, because he would take with this guy. So let's move here and then move this pawn up. Make him get the heck out of here. Okay, so he decides to take the trade. So now he's got like 20 pawns and a rook against my 5 guys. I love 5 guys. Love it. This is gonna be impossible. But he can't stop me from trying. He can't stop me from trying. Oh, there we go. He's just gonna make a queen, then it's all over. You know what we do in that situation? I don't know. Not much you can do. I'm not trying to be a sore loser. I'm just sad. I'm just sad. Is there something wrong with being sad? I'm sorry. Am I not allowed to be sad? Oh, okay. Not allowed to be sad. Okay. Okay, there's the queen. Oh, maybe not. Right. Let's just try to get a draw. If he goes here... Let's try to avoid that from happening. Get a draw. 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 The only way to get a draw is to have all my pawns be blocked, though, is the problem. Like, my pawns can't go anywhere. If they're able to move, then even if my king can't move, my pawn can, so it's not a draw. It's not a draw. So let's make sure that my pawn dies or is blocked off. Okay, let's tempt him to take this guy. Well, either way, you'll take it. Let's get nice and cozy. Right up to the king. Let's just do the 50 move draw. Let's do that one. Or threefold, whatever. My draw from yesterday. Threefold repetition. Get a draw. Get a draw. Let's see, if I go here and then he moves here, that's checkmate. Checkmate. Let's analyze. Oh, I hate to see that board. Look at that graph. Oh, I hate to see it. So there's this move right here. And then instead of developing like normal, I tried to get my queen to cover this spot. Says I would have been a lot better to do this. That must be the opening line for whatever he's playing. But I didn't. I decided to do my King's Indian, which must have just been giving up the pawn. Like, by not defending my pawn with my knight, that is basically giving it up because of this move, I guess. One blunder. One blunder. He also made a blunder by not taking this guy one move earlier, but it didn't make a difference in the end. Oh, should I just say fried liver? I don't know. I don't even want to look at these games anymore. I'm done with them for today. Guys, thank you for watching. Rough day, but it happens. The important thing is that we learn from our mistakes and don't repeat them. So either later tonight or tomorrow, I'll come back to these games. I'll further analyze them, make sure they do not happen again, because it's sad when that occurs. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, favorite, share, and donate. Go check out my sponsor, skills.com, and comment what recommendations you guys have for this channel. What would you like to see? What do you want me to do to make it entertaining and educational? And it was a bad chess day, but you know what, guys? Maybe tomorrow will be better. Thanks for watching.